Yo, what to do, YouTube? It's your boy ColtsTalk. We are back with another video, and today we got an upcoming matchup against the New York Giants. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you. I think we all know the answer to the results of this game moving forward and how the Colts are looking on the rest of the season. Again, Jeff Saturday did notify that Nick Foles will be the starter for the remainder of the year. Matt Ryan and Sam Ellinger look like they're both going to be having microphone pieces in their ears, clipboard holders. Like I said, I think Jeff Saturday knows what's at stake for the Colts' future regarding the quarterback situation of what they want to do moving forward. But hey, it is what it is. I think Saturday understands what the Colts need for the future and knows what needs to be done. And having Nick Foles at the QB position to start for the rest of the year is giving you the safest spot in what you want to do for the Colts and draft purposes. We all know in general the best quarterback in the rotations for the Indianapolis Colts is Matt Ryan. He gives you the best option to win a game, and that's not saying much of what we got going on. But to be honest, to be fair, out of all three quarterbacks, Matt Ryan is probably the only one that probably moved to pull the chains, to move the chains, and actually give you some type of security to actually have a chance to score. Even though he's bad with the turnovers, but we do know the best quarterback in the locker room is Matt Ryan. It is what it is. But after Nick Foles' production last week and what he done, I think he gives us a clear signal of why he should start for the rest of the season. And looking forward to seeing how he's going to play against the New York Giants and that good old pass rush that they have on their defensive line. Their unit is pretty sneaky. They had an up and down year, but we know for sure their defense has definitely got some dogs. The offense is questionable, but they do still have some type of talent on the offensive side as well. Sneaky talent is that. Like I said, they still don't know what they want to do with Daniel Jones. They still have Saquon Barkley. The wide receiver room is a little iffy, but it's pretty talented as well. But comparing them to what the Colts got, the Colts defense is definitely very good. But the defense is never the issue of what I worry about going week in and week out. Like for this Colts team, it's definitely the offense. The offense is the biggest issue. The offense after last week was just terrible. They never converted a third down. And the last quarterback that converted the third down for the Colts was Matt Ryan. But this is probably one of the worst offenses I've seen in Colts history in my lifetime of being a Colts fan. I've never seen something so bad. It's just, you can look up a high school team, a college team. They don't even have to be a powerhouse, and you can just see a way better scheme design of what you can do of being productive moving forward into a football game. Now, of course, this is not the NFL we're comparing it to, but even NFL teams, the worst team in the NFL can at least get a third down completed. But you might say the Colts is the worst team in the NFL, and I understand that. But I mean, to give it a perspective, to not to shame the Colts. I mean, they got a young offensive coordinator, a new interim head coach, and the offense got a new quarterback. The quarterback that's starting right now hasn't played since the preseason, and he's out there with a young talent guy, a young talented core who's still trying to figure it out with a new quarterback, and it's just not meshing right now. So of course, it's not going to look as good as you want it to be. But of course, the defense is going to ball out. They're going to put you in positions to score, and the fact that the offense can't even put up 3 points or get in the 3 point range because they're getting turnover for downs or getting tackled for loss. It's just unacceptable, man. This defense is so good, and there's fear that we're going to lose some talent this offseason due to this production. I don't know who's going to want to come back to this team after after this charade of a season. With the injuries and the head coaching change and not knowing who the GM's going to be and the owner taking over. It's just a lot going on, and there's a lot of talented guys that like a Naheem Hines and a T.Y. Hilton that can get production elsewhere and have a safer, a cleaner locker room, a funner environment, and a crowd that's got their back. Of course, the Colts fans have the back for the team, but it's nothing like winning and then supporting a team at the same time. Having a nice stadium and being at the games and then watching that performance week in and week out can be draining. And I know it's draining for players too. But it is what it is. Hopefully we can get some talent to come back. But it's going to be a very rough off season. It's going to be a fun one too because we got a lot going on, especially with this draft pick moving up in the draft rankings. That's pretty much what we're looking forward to for these last games. Is looking at who we're going to keep and who we're going to develop and what we're going to do at the quarterback position. No to Derek Carr, so you guys can get that thrown out the window. Nobody wants Carr in Indy. That train has sailed. We had 2 years of getting quarterbacks like an Aaron Rodgers, like a Brady, like a Derek Carr, and we whiffed on all of them. So it's no point in trying to go get them now because it's too late. It's just too late. Our time is over with these veteran quarterbacks. It's time to go get some young talent out the draft, get a young QB, start fresh, get a franchise quarterback, and move from there. Of course, it's going to take time to gel with this team all over again, but it's better to do that with the franchise quarterback than with the veteran quarterback. So now we got to do that. We got to move forward. Looking forward into this game. I do expect the Colts to put up some type of points this game. The Giants defense can get points put up on them, but it's going to be very difficult because they're very young and talented, and they're very quick. They're going to be out a few players on the list. I've seen Adoree Jackson, I've seen Leonard, I've seen Williams, Warrior, but hey, they might be a probable, depending on what they want to do. But this game is winnable for the Giants. It's not a trap game, so they don't need to worry about that. But it should be a better outcome than the last week, I would say, because if you look at it from the bright side, it's still going to be a loss from the Colts. But from the bright side, you'll say Nick Foles finally got some game rep, and he'll probably be a little bit more comfortable. And he probably wouldn't just throw those crazy pass attempts. But in retrospective, if we bring in reality into this, I would say the Colts offense is still going to be abysmal. It's going to still be turnovers, and it's still going to be Nick Foles being Nick Foles. I mentioned how the Colts have 3 quarterbacks that all play the same. It is what it is. One's just a little bit more mobile, but he's still a Matt Ryan tendency, still a Nick Foles tendency, and still Sam Ehlinger. They're still prone to throwing turnovers. It is what it is. Isaiah Rodgers Sr. will not be playing this game. He's been shut down for the rest of the year, so we won't be seeing him. We're going to be seeing more Brandon Facyson, which means there's going to be more burnt toast on the secondary side. I do expect some turnovers from the Colts defense in the beginning. They're going to probably start out on fire as usual, but with the offense being the offense, it's just going to stray away, and it's going to be a lack of production, which is going to force the Giants to take over at some point of the game. So the Giants do win this game. I don't know about how much. It depends on how much the Colts want to sell. So it is what it is at the end of the day. I'm going to be watching it. Not going to be enjoying it. I'm just going to be waiting for it to be over because we all want it to be over. We want to look forward to seeing the offseason. But you guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who's going to win this game? Who's going to show up? Who isn't? And let me know your thoughts about Nick Foles. Who do you want at quarterback? And let me know your thoughts about Derek Carr as well. All these things in the comment section. This is Marcus, and until next time, you've been Culture Shock.